Anybody there?
Life was dull until you came. I was breathless when we first met. Couldn't keep my hands away. I was speechless when we first met. Yeah, you took the pain away. Didn't mind my scars, mend my broken heart. Life was dull until you came. Now I see in color again. It could rain, I don't mind if it pours, 'cause I'm right next to you. Come rain or come shine, I don't mind, 'cause I'm right next to you. It's you, right next to you. Next to you. Next to you. Next to you. Right next to you. Next to you. Next to you. Next to you.
Good afternoon, I think.
Hey, champ, buddy.
Well,
This is the moment everybody's been waiting for.
do you think so?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. There's not much shampoo around the tractor at the minute.
No. But funny, do you know what I'm going to tell you? Hey, outside of it wouldn't be fantastic, but I actually think I don't know so bad this year with the inside of it. Wouldn't be great, and maybe.
Well,
I don't know.
The last time we were with you at the Slurry, I had a bald head, and you had a very dirty tractor.
Aye, that's right. That's right. You're the bald head. You mean that? That's right.
That's a good wee while ago.
Cheers, it is. That's right. Aye.
But also, the last time I went with Sean Bodie, you had a green tractor called a Finn,
Aye, dead boy.
and you no longer have a
No,
green
sir.
tractor called a Finn.
No, sir, I do not. Made the
What happened?
made the shift there just at the start of the year. Wouldn't like to say anything happened. The Finn was creeping up in the hours. Tires were done on her. Tires were locked over for her. And I says, right, maybe move here. And look, the way it is, as I'm sure everybody knows, I'm a massive man at heart. And as you've seen there now, there's 7719. Looked at it, tried it out last summer. Liked it. Talked to Kevin, well, sure, you know what way that would go. And aye, here we are. She's here now. There's nothing wrong with the Finn, and there's them die-hard Finn men. And I loved my Finn, and so I did. But there's weak places in her too. There's weak places in it as well. They're not perfect.
Well, I think that you and I just were chatting about it, and of course I was giving you a bit of abuse as as you would expect, but you were saying that Ryan Doherty, as in himself, doesn't necessarily have his tractor anymore.
Not really. I kind of bounce between tractors. Whatever's there now, whenever it comes to summertime, even at that, and not matter, I kind of dodge between whatever tractor's there. It's got to be now, like the story time, like I'm spending all my time in this, and when it comes to summertime, there'll be different tractors there mowing and one thing and another and baling, and there's more men about, and I could be at anything. I just jump from here to there. But I would still like to think that I would call the 19 my tractor, such as the one in the summertime, that if I was going to do anything, I would take her. But
Time will
tell. Now, don't get me wrong, I really like the 19. I haven't done a big pile in her yet, truth be told, because I say I've been spreading the Slurry. But anything I have done on her, I do like her. She's very similar to the Finn. In my eyes, it's as close a thing to a Finn as you're going to get. Like, that's not a Finn, but it's as good as a Finn, if you know what I'm saying. Like, in my opinion, the engine in that tractor is far better than a Finn engine. Maybe I'm going to get criticised so badly for this. But any trouble we ever had with the Finn was with the engine in her.
I suppose essentially the gearbox should be the same.
I actually think it is the same. It's the same bike end, the same gearbox as like a 720 or 724. So the way I was looking at it was, they've took the good bits of the Finn, put them into the good bits of the Massey, the engine and stuff, and they have made this what should be a really good tractor.
Would it be fair to say the Finn's a nicer cab set in?
Maybe.
As in bigger?
Probably bigger, yes. Yes. Now, I like this here's the same as even some of them other newer tractors, like, and I like it. That's probably because of what I'm used to, but personally, I don't mind. I think there's plenty of room. But now there is people would say at least you or the Massey need a bigger cab. Well, sure.
You're not me.
Well, I'm not that wee either. Like, I'm sure Massey have that sorted now too. Sure, look at the ES. Cab under you put 10 men in.
Oh yeah, that's a big. I've actually, honestly thought just, you had talked about moving the Finn on. You had talked about, maybe another red one, and I'm not being funny. I genuinely thought that's the way you would have leaned towards a 225 and the ES 225 or something.
Ah, sure. Well, maybe give them a year just to see. See how they do.
Were you not thinking about an ES?
At the time, I was looking at that tractor. The ES, I don't even think I'd seen one at the time. And until I'd seen one, I was afraid, to be honest with you. I wanted to see one in the flesh. And then, I had the deal done for that one there. And then the ES came in and I was like, they're not bad,
Well, the next time.
Next time. There's always next time.
I'll pay us high because your business has changed a lot. It's been a wee while since we've been out. What is your fleet of tractors now?
Yeah, a lot of changes has happened. Right, well, the 648 has been replaced with a 6616. As much as my heart sorrows to say that, but everything runs its course. It's time for a shift. And after that, there's now a 7718S, which came a year and a half ago, I think.
Yeah.
Year and a half ago, roughly. And after that, then there was the 6718S. She came in May last year, so she's nearly here a year. And now the 771, the Finn was replaced with the 7719.
So it's a modern, strong fleet.
Well, I would like to think so. I really like that S Series Massey. I really do. I have to say, they look well, they do well. They just tick all my boxes there. And moved up into a more modern fleet, newer fleet. And many's a person that says this recently and in the past. You either pay finance or repairs.
And tanker wise?
Tankers, the first 3,000 came the last time you were out with me, which must have been 2018, I think.
Uh-huh.
And after 18, the 3.5 Abbey came the following year, which was 19. And then this year, 2.5 came.
Your method of moving who has been with the DCA arm.
Yeah. Look, the DCA arm works well for us. Now, today where we are, we're in a big block of 50 acres here, and I don't do a big lot of that. I be going to more of them blocks of maybe 15 acres, 20 acres, smaller blocks of ground, smaller fields. So, there's a lot of shifting. It works for us. That system works well for us. And on the other side, I don't have the tractors to run a buggy system.
But it seems to be very much a horses for courses, because we chat to your other guys like Eddie. We've been out with Eddie or out with Stuart's, and they're very much they're going down the route of the nurse tank lions. Even the more modern way to go now is both.
Seems to be,
we know contractors have went down the route of both. They're turning tankers into the price of tractors, but you know, there are guys think that there's a place for both. So it's just interesting to know people's take.
Well, that's the main, as I say, the main thing is, or I suppose the predominant thing that drives us towards that is the amount of tractors we have. I have 4 tractors there. If I wanted to run 3 tankers and a nurse and a spreading tractor, I'm going to need another tractor. Which I don't particularly at the minute have need for anywhere else in the year. So that's kind of why. Well,
on your own system, you're not on even the same. You worked with equipment. You talked about him before, but I think the last time we were out with you was a 7.5 metre.
Yeah.
That's not the same either.
And again, if I remember back to the last time we were talking, I scouted about these big trouble bars and I didn't need one, but again, here we are. 7.5 metre tall bar, I was for changing it, and Ryan James and I says, look, I'm going to change this and probably go for a 9 or a 10 metre or something to that effect. And he says, look, you for staying at this, Slurry? I says, well, I intend to. He says, buy you a 12 metre. And I listened to him and I bought the 12 metre, and it's great. I don't regret it for 1 minute, to be honest with you. It's lovely to work with. I really do like it. This is my I think this is the 3rd season that tall bar's on. I think now.
Great job.
Great job, yep. And everybody we go to loves it too.
12 metre treble bar almost seems to be the new norm, doesn't it?
Seems to be, yep.
You said you're spreading with a 6616.
Yep.
Back, that was the one tractor that you sold at a time which had never sold.
Right. I bought a new 16 back in 15, I think. I think it was 15. And I always regret it selling it, and I always said I would have been ironed, and
There's ground here now, and the ground would just be the ground would be reasonably wet at the top.
It would be, it's tender now. It's tender.
That ground's tender, and it's amazing how you're able to travel over it.
It is. Now, I always thought a wee 4-cylinder tractor for spreading with, they're a wee bit lighter. And well, I don't know if that's tractor's any lighter. I couldn't even tell you the weight of her. She probably hasn't much lighter than the likes of 6480.
It's the mindset. It's only a wee 4-cylinder.
Yes, that's right. But in saying that, the 6718 is 4-cylinder, and she can punch up there with the rest of them, let me tell you.
What about silage now? Because we know you've got the second baler, because when we took you out the big 250R, you had the second baler running. Yep. A bit of fun that day, but you've done something even sillier since then.
Aye. I do a lot of these silly things.
You did tell us, historically, that you never wanted I remember when I first was in that fence beside you, you were like, I'm happy, 1 baler, 1 man, none of this silage operation, this is a great job.
Many's a time I've thought about wagon. Yeah. Many's a time. And I'm in a better position now that I have a bigger tractor now that can work with some kind of wagon, or a decent size of wagon. But my baling would suffer. I can't lift grass and bale grass at the same time. And then you're into more men, more tractors, employees, all them things. And that's not what I want to do, so that's why I never done it. If I didn't think it was going to work, I wouldn't have done it. Simple as. Yeah. Aye, well, suppose the way it has progressed is there's another Fusion 3 Plus there now to start with. And the wagon came, what? Last year was the first season with it.
Might I add the new wagon?
Aye.
The motors were freshened as well, I do believe.
we were working with front and back, and that was last year. That was at its limit, totally at its limit. No, there was going to have to be changes made. So I bought a set of, well, I bought butterflies of our good mate Mr. Hoy.
Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean. We decided to go that way for a year to see how it worked for us. So there has been a change or two in the last couple of years.
There's also been another change, which is the booking sorting change.
Yes.
You have to go on a few daddy daycare.
I do indeed.
Of course.
I have a wee boy now. He's just over 6.5 months there.
Mental. That's brilliant.
It's unreal. Unreal is the only way I can describe it.
Still a wee bit. You're still. I'm not sure what the state of play of the diggers is. I know there you were busy at the diggers for a wee while and you had an extra digger in the go, but I don't know, did you back to the one digger?
Back to the one digger, well,
right?
the 5 tons there and the 5 tons there and the 13 ton, and they're still tapping away whenever we're not at this, you know. The diggers does well, like, you know, there's always something to fitter with.
It's great to see it, and the fleet. It's lovely to see there, you know, nice uniform fleet, and but hey, Fant, I don't know. I know you'll miss the Fant High, and she is looking well. I did see her, as I was telling you, I did see her there as she was moving house. And, you know, yeah, you'll miss it too, but...
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know. But
well, you'll tell us in a year's time.
I will. I'll tell you better in a year's time, but I don't think I will. I think my heart lies too much to the red paint, to be honest with you.
You must have built your business.
I did. And look, at the end of the day, Kevin and the guys in town gave us great service. You know, I couldn't ask for any better. Really couldn't. And as I say, that's a lot to do with it too. You know what I mean? That's something I said for that too, like.
And that'll be an AS next week, you see. I can just see it.
Well, never say never. Never say never.
Never say never.
Never say never.
Well, look, Ryan, thank you, buddy.
Thanks very much, Garth.
We'll be in touch.
Good man.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, buddy.